Hello and welcome to another game of Heroes of the Storm. We are hopping into Ranked. I actually just realized, if HOTS does come to Steam, there will need to be new VODs and new information about how to play this game for those potential new players. And I was like, you know what? Who better than I? I've been here around since the start, and it will give me something to do, because really I haven't had the itch to really play HOTS that much. I am in the middle of a season right now of Ranked. I am climbing up. I think I'm currently 12-5, so I figured I would go over my draft, what I'm doing in HOTS, and how to win. Let's go ahead and start with some bans. There are some very strong characters at the moment. I'm going to go ahead and leave Brightwing open. She is a character that I may want to play here. Let me go ahead and just ban tanks. Tanks in general are good to chokes. If you look at the tanks in this game, they are very minimal. This has actually been an issue with HOTS since the very beginning. It did get a little bit better towards the last couple of years when development was starting to kick in. They were trying to focus more on making more tanks in general, so I'm going to try and take those away. Another option as well is supports. These are always good bans to take out, as a lot of them are very strong. What you want to target are characters that have cleanse or have global power, so like Brightwing is usually getting banned out. Rhaegar's really banned out a lot. Anduin's pretty strong as he has a built-in cleanse/saving feature. So things like that can be taken away from your opponents, as well as your team. So you need to figure that kind of stuff out. They do have first pick, which is, again, most drafts are going to be snake drafts, right? You go 1-2-2, 1-2-2-2. So usually if you're in the situation where you are in first pick, you're getting the first 3 picks before another wave of bans comes through. So you want to try and get really powerful compositions. This is not what you want to do, actually. And here's the Storm. We have a Jaina and a Genji lined up for our first and second pick. You don't normally want to pick your damage, because look at the damage options in this game. There is a substantial amount of damage options available to you. In fact, maybe too many assassins are available in Heroes of the Storm, which was a bit of an issue for a while. This is actually mostly because a lot of people play quick match, and people like to play assassins in quick match rather than playing tanks and healers. And so that kind of was reflected in the development of Heroes of the Storm. You got a lot more sales on assassins versus supports and tanks. So that's kind of the state that we're in. Now, the good news is the opposing team did get a good support. They got Kel'Thuzad, who's good at scaling, and we are on a map that is quite large. So that is something that I have to consider. When I do see Kel'Thuzad, I immediately think, okay, I need to stop any type of major CC from occurring. Anything that has any type of chains or any lockdown or anything that can kind of disrupt people is a really good ban here. So I'm going to take away Yrel. And she's a great side laner and one that can help Kel'Thuzad kind of lock people down with their ability to jump into a fight, knock people around, knock them into a wall, and then the combined time for KTZ is huge. We do have a Johanna coming in for the third ban. Is that tank being dealt with once again, which is good at wave clear, and then of course she's really strong front line. She's one of the best tanks for just being boring and being good at tanking. So some are staying away from that. Need to figure out what my teammates are wanting to move into. It's looking like I'm probably going to be playing tank, support, or offlane. No one is hovering anything, which is always useful. I'm going to pick a character that requires survivability here. I think I'm going to go ahead and pick up Thrall, who can be one of the strong ones. Lily is one of the worst supports in the game. Usually if people are picking that character, it's because they don't give a fuck, or they're throwing the game, but we'll see how this goes. Lily does have a cleanse if I wanted to give the benefit of the doubt to this player. But we'll have to see here. Let's check their profile and see if they play a lot of Lily. They do. All right. It seems like when it comes to supports, let's see here. They're kind of well balanced actually. They have 610 support games, but it is the main focus for them. Kind of curious they try to go with Lily, but we'll deal with it. Zul will give them some more wave clear too, so we need some more wave clear, which we are very low on. Literally 0 wave clear from you all. Which is pretty important. We are good at brawling, but if you don't have wave clear, then you're not good at brawling, right? The main thing you should be focusing in this game is wave clear. We'll see how it goes. Diablo will provide a little bit more tankiness, especially towards the end game, but getting him out of a fight is going to be difficult. Luckily, he does synergize well with Thrall. If I go Earthquake, he can fall within an APOC, as my Earthquake can slow down members, and that'll be the goal here. So let's hop in. Into the matchup we go. For my build, I'm going Echo of the Elements. Whenever I do pick up Thrall, the one thing I'm focusing on is my Frostwolf Resilience down here in the bottom left. That provides me with a lot of heals. And using Chain Lightning, Feral Spirit, and Wind Fury all gives you a procs. Chain Lightning, though, I'll be able to get 2 procs off of if I finish my Echo of the Elements. After killing 20 enemies, I gain a second charge of Chain Lightning. Now, I'm going to say 10 to 20 enemies, as enemies do count as both minions as well as heroes, so I'll be looking to kill off the minions as quickly as I can. But if I do happen to get a kill, within 1.5 seconds of using Chain Lightning on an opposing enemy, I do get the proc. Alright, so here at the very beginning, my role is called the offlane role. Typically in HOTS, 4 people will be running together and attempt to... oh, hang on. Let's get a hit here on this wolf. We'll be running together to try and wave clear between 2 lanes. An offlaner wants to be able to soak anything that's left over. Usually that's 1 lane, can be 2 lanes depending on certain maps. For this one, it's probably just going to be me floating between the middle. Huge hit coming in from our opponents, grabbing the regen gloves, and it looks like our Genji has inted here. I'm going to go ahead and get a chain landing on this target. I don't want to fully commit to it, because again, the longer we fight into this character, the stronger he gets. I'm not sure my team is aware about how that works. Let's go ahead and rotate to the bottom lane. These little purple things here are the experience orbs of this game that feeds into this here on the top side. My Diablo says 0cc. Diablo is a character that takes some time to get bigger due to the soul mechanic that he has. So if he is not playing around that and running into his opponent's team, it's obviously his fault, very much so. Kind of indicate that it's a bad tank player if you see people like Diablo winning about CC when he's like one of the strongest tanks in the game. He just has to finish off this element right here. He only has 10 souls. He can get 100, and that'll make him tankier. I'm actually not sure why he's down here in my lane. This is something that the tank should not be in. He might be throwing a fit. Nice combo, actually, by him. I'm not in a position to follow that up, sadly. 9 stacks of the 20 that I need. I'm gonna go ahead and ping this. It's actually a massive thing on this map. One of the few maps that have mercenary camps on them. There's one called Hanamura, but I'm not sure if it is in the rotation still. It's been a bit since I've played that map. Level 2, I'm going to get the Frostwolf pack. They're going to be clumping up a lot due to how their composition looks. It's also a talent that I favor. Many pros will tell you to leave this alone and go for Manatide instead. But not the case for me, as I'm planning to be a tank killer with my build here. There we go. Got a hit on this fella. Keep it up. Moving forward. Why is there a 4-man in the bottom lane? It's so weird. I think this is a relatively low-level game, so you're not going to see the best strategy, but I'll try and explain what exactly is happening as we go through it. Good ding so far. Waiting for the mains to get here. There we go. Now we're stacking. Trying not to clear these too quickly. I'm waiting so I can get more stacks if I can. Come on. Not quite there. That's alright. I need a total of 6 stacks for my wolf for me to finish the quest. Basically, when I get it, I get half mana on it in terms of cost. And if I have half mana on it, that means I'm able to spam it more, which gives me more Frostwolf procs, right? Which you can see in the bottom left corner, right here. This turns to red. When that gets 4, I get a chunk of healing. I do believe I'll be in a 1v1 here if I rotate over. Let's look around. I don't see anybody. This is the map objective. I'm going to grab this real quick and then grab the experience above me. Just to put pressure on my opponents. I'm not sure why they're fighting in the top lane. That's such a weird decision by both teams. Like, what? There's not even nothing up there. Like, they're not getting a 4 or anything there. They are rotating down, so the moment I see someone come up, I'm going to go ahead and walk away. Power of mounts, right? Mid lane is getting soaked by my team. I'll take the opportunity to push bottom lane and get level 7. Level 7 is pretty big for Thrall, because he gets Blood for Blood, or Ancestral Wrath, I believe it's called, on him. This is a % damage click and point ability that I get. 1 second, finish these off. There we go. Couple of dings. Not quite 20. I can finish that off later. Let's go ahead and rotate out. We do see two of them are split, so if my Diablo is smart, he would come now. Looks like he's not going to do that, however. We'll wait for him to show up as he is our hard engage. I'm going to go ahead and prep the lane here to push out instead. And also finish my Echo of the Elements, which will give me 2 charges. Ooh, nice hard engage there. Big punishment though, however. Stepping where I can. I don't want to get too close to minion waves. They have a lot of hookers. Huge engage from our Diablo. Ooh. Alright, toss down the turret that we saw earlier. Let's start popping where we can. Throwing out our wolf for stacks. I need 1 more stack. Right now I'm just trying to burn down from afar. And slow down the progression on this, right? That's the whole plan. Fight still happening below us. Uh-oh. Diablo hard engaging over here. Let's go ahead and follow him up if we can. Keeping up the zaps. Zapping. Let's go ahead and put Blood on top of the Deathwing. Want to try and make him low. Keeping up with the hits. So far, so good. Our turret's still doing great damage here. I want to try and put pressure on this Rhaegar. Ooh, and there's our first pick. That's okay. We got to kill ourselves, though, too. Unless their healer missing. I'm going to go ahead and hop on my mount here. These are the restoration fountains. They will give you mana and health. They're a massive amount. You want to try and use those a lot before you go into fights. Clear out these minion waves, too, so I can get some procs. And we'll head back to the fight. 69% to 88%. If we do finish this, we'll be getting a robot on Volskaya. Oh, looks like we're going to be behind on experience dramatically. I didn't realize my team wasn't soaking those either. A little scary. We may have to back away from this. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to try and play it slow. Play the poke game. Poke is down. Let's go ahead and start engaging. Back out. Get off a wolf. Big fear coming in from the opposing team. I need to go soak. Trying to clear out whatever junk is in the way, right? Going for a hit on this Rhaegar. He's way overstepping. That's an ancestry healing, so even though they are ahead of us in terms of levels, they've used a lot of their ultimate, so we shouldn't be too worried, I feel like. Keep harassing, keep harassing, keep harassing. Genji trying to hold. Great pick off by our teammates. I now have my level 10, which is an Earthquake. I don't have the mana for it, though, so I might want to back away from this and wait. Good heals from Lily, surprisingly. Waiting. Okay, I'm just going to save my ult for my Earthquake. It will slow down my opponents. And also give me Frost with procs. Looks like we get it. Alright, we're going to hop in the robot now. My goal here is to try and pick off anyone that might be in the way, but also kill off turrets. The turrets give you 2 minions worth of experience, but the best part about them is you do remove the ammo that they have. Robot also comes with a couple of abilities. A giant glove that turns off turrets. Not sure what my Genji was doing there, but that's alright. And also will push away opposing heroes that might be looking to walk towards you. So my goal here is just to focus on the forts. I'm going to get about half HP and I'm going to leave. There we go. So that gives me an open window. The next objective will be there on the top side, so that'll be good for us. Not sure why my Diablo is soloing into the opposing team tanks, but I don't think we have come to the conclusion that he's very good at this video game. And that's okay. Well, it's not okay. If you're playing ranked, you should know what you're doing, but no point in getting angry about it, right? I've been playing HOTS for a long time. There aren't very many good players, sadly. Okay, let's continue this way. We're going to try and get away from this as we're getting chased. Trying to dodge out any damage we have to deal with, right? Okay, so they're keeping up their pressure down here, which is interesting. Nothing I should really be worried about, though. Solid cleanse coming in from our Lily. That ult is the ultimate of our opponent. There we go, keeping up the pressure. I don't think we really need to fight here, but everyone seems very keen on going in. I'm gonna put my Earthquake just to make sure that no one gets caught out. Hit this fellow on the bottom left. He's more of a danger than the Stitches is. We did get hooked out. Good save by them. Let's get back to work. I'm gonna ping these turrets here. That DPS was pretty huge in the last one, right? So I'm hoping I can replicate those effects. Let's get level 13. And we'll run over here. Yeah, my hope is that we get a lot more players coming on Steam so that I can play HOTS, because right now the player base that's left over isn't the greatest. They're all kind of... I don't know how to put this. They're players that can't really make it in other MOBAs because they don't think about strategy. They just kind of run it down. And HOTS kind of allows for you to be very casual and kind of get carried by the good players. And it can be a very frustrating experience. So my hopes is that eventually we go to Steam and at some point we get players that actually care about, you know, working together. I'm all down for fun and enjoying yourself, but at some point the spirit of competition is really important to me, and I feel like that's kind of lost in HOTS. So if it comes to Steam, we may be able to get that back, which would be massive for us. Good grab by that Deathwing. I'm going to try and poke him down as quickly as I can. I think we got the kill. Oh, I don't think so. Barely getting away. Like right here, we should not be fighting this in this conveyor belt. This is death. We are literally even pushing their towers, and yet my tank just keeps going for it. And look at that. He's not even like trying to escape. He's actually just staying there and auto-attacking an opposing tank that has heals. It's insane to me. And he's gonna blame us, most likely. All right, let's head up here and grab this. You can only carry one item at a time. So one hero will have to come grab this for me, or I'll have to drop this one. Typically I have a hotkey, but it's not up and working right now. I haven't fixed it. I haven't cared enough to. You can click and point and put down if you would like, which has been my goal lately. Let's go ahead and put that down right here because he's gonna put out a hook and I'd rather have the heal for myself. He wants to gorge me. Which looks like I get away. Don't have to worry about it here. I'll probably heal. Keep up the aggression. His hook is up at about 5 seconds, I think, so I'm gonna hit behind a minion. Because they actually killed this earlier, so they can certainly get on top of me if they want to. Hook comes out. Nice cleanse by the Lily. I will say the player seems kind of intelligent. It's kind of interesting they pick Lily. Lily just if it makes the game harder. Her heals are not instant, and they have to fly through the air, and they're also targeted by whoever's near you. So like the only people that play them are like stoners or like people that are just now getting into League or HOTS. So kind of a really interesting decision. I'm gonna pick up the Thunderstorm here. I want to get some slows. Normally I get the Wolf, but I think slows are gonna be really important for my team comp. To try to use those to my advantage. I have to hit a different target each time, or I lose the slow on it. Basically, is how it works. Trying to see if my team wants to rotate. I wouldn't mind getting these as well. Let's rotate over here and see if we can get this guy. I'm gonna slow him down. Go for the wolf. Got it. That's fine. We got the ult. Good enough for me. Oh, hang on here. Let's try and get a proc on this fella. Got the wolf off. We're good. We're gonna try and get some speed. Keep the poke going. There we go. Let's go up here and grab this. Oof. I think team's inting a little bit much here. Keeping the pressure on the back line. Walking over to the wolf. I'm starting to run out of mana, actually. Keep the poke going. And then we should go grab this. I do have some decent healing here, so I'm not too worried. Keeping my stacks up, too. Looks like my team's going to go ahead and just leave and probably tap. We should definitely go back in. I did use my Earthquake, which probably wasn't the greatest call. Tap that. Team is sneaking away. He has invulnerability whenever he procs there, so there we go. I don't think my Genji was aware of that. Popping heals. Uh-oh. That's a little scary. Nice. Good sidesteps. Lee Ming's go for the kill. Did she get it? Oof. Kind of aggressive by her. Alright, well, we should probably leave. Oh, maybe we can kill this. There we go. Good turnaround. But now we have to go deal with the top lane. I want to prep the bottom lane and push it in, but I have to... I feel like I'm kind of this weird middle ground on our damage. So I kind of have to be in most fights, or we're going to pull an L off. He did not hit Thrall here with my lightning. Keep the attacks going in. Wolfing behind me. There it is. Trying to lock them into the tower. There it is. Great play by me. I'm not going to lie. That was pretty nutty. I'm going to try and chase this guy. Got the wolf. Slows him down. Let's go for the blood for blood to ensure he dies. Huge. Okay, I need to leave. Let's go ahead and kill these off. Okay. This is a great time to remind you that I do stream daily at twitch.tv/TrikSlyr, and I will also be setting up a subathon in the next few months. And by a few months, I mean a couple weeks actually. December 14th is when that begins, and I would love for you guys to be able to come if you can. Great content as always. We're playing a lot of games, and it's a lot of fun. And if you enjoy my content, that's the best place to find me live consistently, and I would love to see you there. We're live 6 days a week. Good shit. If I do say so myself. I misclicked because Deathwing has a massive body. It's some BS, man. Alright, let's keep zapping here. Waiting for my lightning procs. Get that fella. I want to get this fort. The fort gets this experience and gets this level 20. Waiting for him to turn around. There it is. Woof. I'm gonna zap him again with the lightning, but I think because we got the kill. Okay, now we're level 20. I'm grabbing Earth and Shields. Let's woof. Walk them down. Keep up the combos. I want to go back to grabbing turrets and whatnot. They mean starting to hit some good combos, I'm not gonna lie. Doing pretty alright. Let's go ahead and clear out this bottom side, ping these. I need mana. You can get mana by killing the little wizards on these minion waves. Right here, the middle ones. I guess here they're not wizards, they're more like Russian dudes that are popping off, huh? This might be a death for me. And that's okay. When you're playing against hookers, sometimes they grab you. And don't be too frustrated about it. Okay, back to the match. My teammates are currently in the middle of dying. Which, I don't know if I should blame myself for that one or not. Try and get some damage in. Thank you for the cleanse, Lily. Although not looking good. Whole team getting picked off, huh? Hate to see that. I might die here too. Oh, I did get engorged. Pop my earthquake if I can. Ah, looks like we just kind of get ran over underneath our fort, which that'll happen in HOTS. If you are playing this game from League or Dota, you're not as good as you are in other games where you have like item advantages or like natural buffs because you've been playing better than your opponents. You just kind of just suck if your team sucks. And that was kind of the situation there. We get picked off. They have a pick composition. And sometimes it's just GG. Thank you guys for watching. I can't wait to see this game on Steam. Hopefully that'll help out in the future. Until next time, thanks for watching. Hope you learned something.